Welcome back, guys, to Metaphor Refantazio, where last episode, after learning our 15th archetype to complete Moore's task, Chapter 3, drifting to reach rank 5 for his bond and rank 3 imagination, we set up our party's archetypes for the future and did some shopping in Martira. We then started whiling away the remaining time until the landslide cleared with some bonds, taking Heismay's son's ashes to his home village only for them to be stolen to reach his rank 4, and then chatting with Maria at the Grand Cathedral for her rank 5, as we now continue on.
Your coverage, right? It's time for us to be off to our next place. You know what that platform over there is, mate? It's a mirror that shows you what you're made of. Times like these, you need courage where it counts. Only thing for it is to jump headlong into this canyon with a rope, of course. You're free to take the challenge if you want, but you'd fare much better if you had some courage. I suppose there's no harm in trying. To take the plunge, you must first believe in yourself. You will return a braver man indeed. Come now, test the strength of your will. That's my name. If I jump from this height, I bet it will raise my courage. Yeah, I bet it will, but it's also dumb.
For 250 reeve?
Rope fee is only 250 reeve. Can I, get my own rope? It's just rope, right? It's not like a bungee cord. So it's not got, the flexibility to go boing. Wouldn't this just rip my feet off? Or bisect me, or wherever it's being, attached. I'm sure our guys are harder than that.
Good.
That's a spirit, but you think you'll have that spirit after coming eye to eye with the bottom of the valley? What the hell is this? This is dumb. So you made up your mind about this, no? I can tell by the look on your face that you're committed. I guess I can't talk you out of this. I do at least have a little bit of courage. Alright, looks like everything is set. Well then, get ready. I step off the ledge confidently. That's not stepping! Did I have to add outward momentum?
Incredible!
Wow, you've done with such elegance, such artistry even. Where was it attached again? Wow, impressive. I enjoyed watching that, so I wanted to give you something for making my day. Go on, take it. Foreign coin. Did I get my money back? I sense that jumping off such a high place has increased my courage.
All right.
Well, at least it's 4. It's like 2 quests away from leveling up. Gallic and I discussed the test of courage as we made our way back to the others. Oh, my popularity went up. Oh, no, it didn't at
Time
all.
marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It did not.
I've seen the state of the race with my own eyes, ladies, gents, and mad malcontents. If you wanted an update, here's your chance. So far, we've mostly seen gauntlet runner skirmishes and dueling mayhem. Now it's time for the real thing. Sounds like we've lost a few candidates already too. Poor bastards went after something too nasty for their head hunt and got themselves head hunted. We've got some candidates who have outright given up. No confidence. Can't blame them against these odds. And some others have bought and sold out of the race.
Come on! That's a bit unfair, isn't it?
I suppose money's power like anything else. Military strength's not meant to decide this race anyhow.
The question is, what's our final head count going to look like? Lots of unknowns left, people, and we'll not know the truth until the exhibition. A little bird told me one of our contenders has made a bold play in Martira. They might not even come out of it with a head.
What are they scheming then? Let's hear some details.
Sorry, chums, I'm just the crier. Can't speak for any one candidate in particular. Luckily, you'll not have long to wait now. With all that said, can't help but wonder how Count Luis is taking this, can we? My sources say he's not bothered with any of this. He's still gallivanting across the land, killing humans. And yet, even without a formal entry, Luis's voter base is still growing. bound to have His Eminence Forden grinding his teeth that. For now, let's enjoy the show!
Not exactly impartial then.
Right, everyone. Farewell said, particulars packed.
All that remains is to ride to Oceania with pride in our hearts.
Watch out, Louis. You won't know what hit you.
Well then, off to the races, what? Old Barden's given me a detailed map of the area.
Sounds like quite a journey. I hope it won't be as bumpy as last time.
Oh no, it'll be a sight smoother. But you've got wings. What are you fussing for?
Oh, there it is. Should have known the fatigue would hit eventually. About time I got some sleep. Heismay, why are you on my bed? You're positively miniature, man. There are plenty of other places fit for you to sleep.
Yes. Splendid. Just magnificent.
What is he dreaming about?
I hope you've no designs on taking my bed. I have cut men down for less.
With friends like these.
Now then.
Next is Port Brilehaven, the capital of the Principality of Oceania. We punch it south out of Martiro and make it in, I'd say 3 nights, 4 days or so. Oh, it's quite a long time. So it must be time to build my stats up, basically.
Whoa!
Wow, so that's Port Brilehaven. It's going to be stormy when we get there, or is it stormy right now?
Let us hurry.
Oh.
Let us hurry.
See.
A major candidate called the runner seems to be here. Well, it's pink. I don't know who that is.
Let us hurry.
Let's see.
We're going past Inundo, so we're probably going to stop there too.
Hold on.
That's where you want to go.
This is a campsite we'll spend the first night. Thank you, Gallica.
Let's see.
Our course is set for Port Brilehaven. It's a huge city way south of Martira. Yeah, but surely we'll stop by that place. We didn't actually have to camp there if we're right now. Oh,
Let's see.
is it off the edge of a cliff? That might prove an issue.
Hold on.
So it's going to be fine, stormy, stormy, stormy.
Let us hurry.
Yikes, we're going out on a good day, aren't we?
See.
Let us hurry.
Well, off we go then. The capital of the Principality of Oceania, a flourishing trade port known for its liberal, free-spirited atmosphere, home to an ocean breeze and infrequent tempests. What sort of place is Port Brilehaven exactly? It is a large city of prosperous commerce, due in no small part to its oceanside proximity. I envision droves of people will pour in it for the exhibition. All the people delayed by the landslide might still be showing up. Keep an eye on the road, okay, Neras? Why, I never. Who do you think you're talking to? Leave it to me. Next stop, Port Brilehaven, capital of Oceania.
Leaving behind the old castle town stricken by tragedy, the gauntlet runner sets off toward the exhibition of the brave. Their destination, Port Brilehaven, capital of the Principality of Oceania. A world unknown to them. What will they accomplish? Acclaim? Or...
Hopefully some sightseeing. I like the free wisdom that gives me.
What to pick?
3 days until we reach Brilehaven. Ah, we can talk to you for courage, can we? Let's find out what else is going on. Rock beans and gauntlet mushrooms are on the menu today.
All right.
I will use the toilet while no one else is using it. And then have a
Got it.
quick wash for my free 100 experience.
Got it.
So by the look of it, there's no follower event, so it is just going to be stats. Now, there is something I haven't read, and it's on here, right? The Oceania entry, so it's where we're going. The handwriting is hurried and haphazard. The old man had a hunch about the tomb northwest of Brilehaven. Wasn't there a cursed cemetery there? The one where the victims of that epidemic were buried, it says. Oh, I don't want to go ferreting around that. If I'm around Brilehaven, I should keep an eye out for this cemetery in case there's a relic there. So it's a choice between Basically the stats that I don't have much of. Oh yeah, gotta make sure I do some cooking. It doesn't cost me anything after all. There's not much in the way of new stuff I can make. I could make some more benevolent bread. It's more the magical bread I'd like to make more of, though. I guess we'll leave it for now. There's that. There's nothing in the bookshelf. Perhaps Heismay added some to the collection? There are more books now. Ah, Bygone Days. The methodically precise handwriting leads me to believe this is Heismay's. It appears to be a record of his life with his son. I haven't started reading it yet. Heismay left it here. I think that means it's okay to read. If I read this book, it may gain more. I may gain more tolerance. So it's the other one that I've not been working on. So our time, Gallica. That's so weird. I was like, why are there legs coming out the bottom of that window? Okay. I was like, is this some kind of monster, some kind of thing watching me? To read a book or to not read a book? That is the question. We could probably like flip between, if we got 3 days and 4 nights, I could probably read the whole book, get my courage up, and even add some wisdom to the list. Though sparse and objective, the words still manage to vividly depict the endearing qualities of a small child. He writes of the day his son took his first steps, the first words his son spoke, a time his son nearly ripped his ears off climbing all over him. Of worrying about his son not eating his vegetables, of his son refusing to stop crying at night, being so exhausted he'd fall asleep in places without realizing it. I see, being a parent brought him lots of struggles, but even more than that, it brought him joy. A warmth arises inside me. I feel my tolerance has improved.
All right.
I didn't have to say anything. So this book's going to be worth... Looking at that, this book's probably going to be worth almost a full bar? If I get a bonus on the last one. Next one will be under half? There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time.
The party sets off for Martira. As they watch the setting sun sink under the horizon, their gauntlet runner arrives in a land grown thick with trees. The wildlife retreats to safety before the sunlight fades, leaving only deafening silence. The anticipation that follows a journey's beginning swells in their hearts.
I totally know how to prioritize, by the way. Oh yeah, I need more courage for one of my bonds. Starts getting tolerance.
Oi!
Hey, viewer, there's a bath cask on the back deck now. I've heard enough whinging about not being able to bathe, so I whipped something up. It's not elegant, but it'll do the job. No doubt it would shake too much to use while traveling, but it should be lovely to enjoy a soak when we're stopped.
Speaking of...
I've heard that in certain regions, fruits and grasses are added into bathwater to relieve exhaustion and strengthen the body. Should you encounter such items, perhaps you ought to consider a purchase. Thanks to Nurse, you can now use the bath cask on the back deck. Not only can you acquire mag by using it, but you can also add various bath salts to the water to improve your abilities.
The breeze feels nice.
We've got 3 more days on the road. I can tell you're feeling stronger these days, but it's still too dangerous to go outside at night. Oh, wait a second. It was wisdom, now it's imagination. Oh no. I don't want imagination. Oh no! First is Sandflash business, next the Salty Sea Breeze. I see you'll have to take some extra care with drive maintenance. Well, don't you look intrigued, but you needn't fret, lad. Just leave us one of me. This part's the most fun. Oh yeah, can I go downstairs to at least get wisdom? Maybe I should read at night then. I've got a lot of imagination. It's already at 3. I mean, I could just read again. Everyone's imagination! Everyone's imagination! Shoot, I should have been reading at night. Can I come down here? No? Is that only specific times when Nurse is down here? Nurse doesn't want to do it tonight? Damn you, Nurse. Damn you. Well, I guess I'll read the book again. But now I wish I read it at night. Game is telling me I need to imagine harder. Everyone at night is feeling very introspective, but I've already got that to free. It's fine. I will tolerate this. By reading Bygone Days. I'm not even going to check out this bath cask. I really should, though. It's a bath cask. Yes, it is.
Hey there.
I room near us. Apparently we can either enter as is or make it even better by putting something into the hot water first. I don't dare press X. If you put in something that smells good, I bet it'll feel nice. I was leisurely soaking here would relieve fatigue and anxiety. It does take time. In my mind and body, I might even get some mag as well. I do have the thing. I guess royal virtues are definitely more important for me at this juncture. Time to tolerate. It's Heismay's account of life with his son. I'm in the middle of reading it. Heismay left it here. I think that means it's okay to read. If I read this book, I may gain more tolerance. I read the book. First day of journey reading day. Though sparse and objective, the words still manage to vividly depict the endearing qualities of a small child. This entry describes Heismay and his son running through fields together on a beautiful sunny day. I can almost hear their carefree cries of laughter. At one point, Heismay loses sight of his son, only to find he'd climbed a tall tree. Heismay is mortified until the boy nimbly jumps down just as his father would have. I see. Being a parent brought him lots of struggles, but even more than that, it brought him joy. More rises inside of me. I feel that my tolerance has improved.
All right.
Yeah, just below halfway. There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
That reminds me.
We'll arrive in the Ocean City the day after tomorrow. Heismay, you've erected a tent up above, haven't you? Do take care that you don't get carried off by the wind. I'm confident it will take more than that to pull the tent apart, though I suppose some caution is warranted. You've got no shelter up there, man.
Speaking of...
Worst case scenario, you've got wings. You could just fly back to us, no? My young friend, where did you hear UG are capable of flight? I hate to disappoint, but they're rather more for gliding. In 2 days, we'll be in Port Brilehaven. We've really gotten used to all this traveling, don't you think?
What now?
What now? I just remembered, like, maybe I should give you a bit of a boost on the commander standpoints. Get you at least a skill that isn't... Yes. Suddenly went in my head, I actually don't have an attack apart from normal attack with Stroll here. Let's get Fiery Strike as well, maybe. That would be... I bought him a weapon. I was just like suddenly like everything's good for the road, haven't I? I've got like all spells of a different type. Yeah, I've got Dark Light, I've got Blizz, I've got Wind, I've got... Oh, sorry, Bot. I've got, you know, every... Oh, no, I don't. I haven't got fire, but someone can have it. That would be nice if you could.
A new power to wield.
Increased critical rate for one ally. I mean, Marika ain't bad in the first place.
I could get used to this.
And Fiery Strike deals medium physical fire damage to one enemy, may inflict burn. Of course, you can go up to medium magic. Oh, so magic is the second one, and first one's physical. That's so weird. That is a really weird one. And that's just assume. So now he's got fire, pierce, and gold attack. That will do. That will do. Alright, so on this day, I think we will courage up. Because there's no followers who want to talk about anything. Or that I can visit anyway.
Hey.
Hey, Will, good timing. I was about to do some maintenance on my weapons. If you've got the time, why not join me? It's as refreshing for the mind as it is for our battles. Maintaining my weapon may help me improve my focus during a fight and hone my courage. I will indeed. Alright, let's have a look at your blade then. I want to open up to continue another thing. Naturally, it's important to sharpen one's blade, but one must take special care of its tip. The tip's more effective when facing off against armored opponents, to pierce gaps in the armor rather than slashing at them.
That being the case...
That all said, what's the most important quality of the sword for that manner of attack? Shoot, what did you say? To pierce gaps in the armor. That also what's the most important quality of the sword for that manner of attack? The sharpness of the point, obviously. To be honest, it would surprise me if sturdiness of the hilt was the correct answer as well, because you got to make sure the sword doesn't snap. But if you're trying to jab into people, pierce gaps, then you definitely need a sharp point. I was just saying your words.
Oh, that's right.
I'll say the sharpness of the point.
Yeah.
That's right. For gaps in armor, the thinner and the sharper, the better. My father always said that, and I always think of it when doing sword maintenance. I think the whole sword should be taken into account. You've got to put some heft beyond that. Stroll's fighting spirit seems even more bolstered now. I feel my courage has increased.
Now then.
Oh, that took me to 3. Nice. Okay, well, we've done that. So we'll get some more tolerance now, and maybe we'll do some wisdom next.
Courage.
It is one of the virtues a ruler must possess. We were just like exactly there by the look of it. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, kindle the flame of thy courage to ignite the hearts of thy people.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. For nobles, a sword is ornamental. Still, my father emphasized the importance of its practical use. Indeed, as a child, I was lost around a sword. Learning those lessons back then is how I can fight alongside you today. I am constantly reminded of how indebted I am to my parents. I spent some time with Stroll honing our weapons, and also realizing that I should pay more attention to what's being said. Luckily, logs exist.
Nura speaking.
I've got something on the old girl's radar, so we're taking a short stop. Is it a site?
The city ruins come to view. This place once flourished through the excavation of magla crystals by migrant workers. The work was hard, but the miners were hardy and spirited, and the promise of riches lured many here. In its time, it may have rivaled Brilehaven. However, the promise of strong magla drew forth the humans. As tragedies climbed, it became a ghost town. Now only the threatening glimmer of the crystals remain. And with the promise of abandoned riches followed the thieves. For some reason, though, they all seem to scurry home empty-handed, gripped by fear.
This
is a truly harrowing sight. Look at all those crystals. Simply coming here is enough to wound the soul. A chill settles into my very bones as I consider what could have occurred here. Something wrong, lad? Did the gauntlet runner get the best of your stomach again?
No.
No, sorry, I was just reminded of something unpleasant. I should say let's head back, but I'll ask straight up. But I know what he's reminded of, surely.
Everything okay?
Right.
Yeah, sorry to cause you any concern. I know what destroyed this village. I've no doubt about it. This is the work of a human. Indeed, the scars left upon this place differ from the traces left behind by monster attacks or acts of war. Is it the word, by any chance? Or a bigger one? Right, I don't know if the magna crystals are what attracted the humans here or if the attack caused them, but my hometown will eventually... Stroll. Huh? I'll make no assumptions about what runs through your mind, but I would ask you to recall the time when we cut down the human at the castle and saved all those lives within.
That's why.
Do not allow your thoughts to dwell on negativity. The day will come when both this place and your homeland will flourish once again.
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I feel like coming face to face with the cruel decline of the village has deepened my wisdom in its own way.
All right.
See, it's weird with courage and wisdom. That's halfway-ish, isn't it? It feels like I don't necessarily need to work on them because they come to me When I travel, I get wisdom. When I complete quests, I get courage. But will that change? Tolerance, there doesn't seem to be anything to get tolerance from apart from doing stuff. Imagination comes from more. Eloquence we've just built up massively because of the book, first of all, and then of course those debates.
Hey!
My stomach sense noticed that our next meal is overdue. Why don't we head back? So I guess Nuras can read the room when he wants to, huh?
So,
Let's put this place behind us.
Here.
By the by, I made another drawing. This picture will bring viewers no joy, but it is an important sight to document nonetheless. Wouldn't surprise me if this opens up a certain bonding event for rank 6, right? I'll take the drawing with me to ensure I never forget what happened here.
As the sun sinks below the horizon, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a land dense with trees. The glow of the Gauntlet Runner pierces the dark, warmly enveloping them in its light.
The day after tomorrow, we'll be in a real maritime city. But we'll be able to see the ocean soon. First time for both of us. Again, it's imagination with Heismay. We've got City Ruins, a ruin north of Brilehaven, once a flourishing settlement full of migrant workers come to mine the vast veins of magla crystal nearby. However dense as the magla was, it soon attracted monsters and humans to the area. The workers fled for their lives, leaving the city an empty and ragged husk. There are occasional hopefuls who still risk expeditions to mine the crystal, but it is never long before they return home, empty-handed and shaking.
My bad.
Apologies, I shouldn't speak so. It's just as Heismay says, I'm too pessimistic. It's a bad habit. So Heismay has early wisdom. I don't want to do it, but I'll talk to you. Oh, there. I've got altogether too much time on my hands. Also, we take a little rest and talk a moment. I don't want more imagination. I've got quite a lot of it right now. No trace of enemies around by my eyes. Peaceful for now, which means we get to have a little break. I recall in the past and planning for the future of Heismay, maybe I can hone my imagination. And don't press any buttons, let it auto-scroll, not right now.
If so.
Come talk to me again if anything comes up. I'd almost like a "Are you sure?" dialogue box. So I could press X to skip dialogue once I've read it, but also not press X too many times as to engage in the thing. So again, imagination. This time you're downstairs, but you're not doing anything. Maintenance goes fast, move on a full stomach. I'll make sure the runner doesn't pick up any rust from the sea breeze. So let's read our book. It means that we'll probably have to do imagination or something like that next time. If only I did the book at night, I could have probably min-maxed quite well out of what I was getting. Bygone days again. It's Heismay's account of life with his son. I'm almost done reading it. Heismay left it here. I think that means it's okay to read. If I read this book, I may gain more tolerance. Should we spend some time reading this book? Though sparse and objective, the words still manage to vividly depict the endearing qualities of a small child. He recalls a time his son came to him in tears, upset he couldn't sing a certain song well. They ended up singing other songs together through the night until falling asleep. The next morning, Heismay woke to his son, eyes still swollen from crying the night before, singing the song he'd been trying to learn, a birthday song for his father. I see. Being a parent brought him lots of struggles, but even more than that, it brought him joy. The warmth rises inside of me. I feel that my tolerance has improved.
All right.
Yeah, we're past. Oh no, that is just about half then, for tolerance. With that, I finished the book. I feel that my understanding of the world has deepened.
All right.
So we've still got quite a way to go on tolerance.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Well, we did make a hell of a dent in it.
Quite.
Oh, the salty yet strangely refreshing aroma of seawater is already upon us. At this rate, we should reach Brilehaven by tomorrow. Seawater? I thought so. The air feels a lot more clammy, so I assume that's what it was. And so we put the forest behind us at long last. That must mean that we've already ventured beyond where that cliff collapsed, barring passage.
I see.
It would seem it was fixed without a trace of its ruin. And speaking of ruin, Nuras, do remember that we are relying on you for safe passage the rest of the way. Tomorrow we should be able to see the ocean. Nura said the waters around Brilehaven are kind of strange. I'm curious what he meant by that. So, with the bookshelf activities completely done, our guys are everywhere at the moment. Oh, a chess game with Hulkenberg? Yep, we finished all our books. I mean, my Persona 5 me would be incredibly pleased with my book progress at this point. Not having to wait for a random reading day, if you know what I mean. Come on, train. Give me a seat. You're doing courage and Heismay's just chilling. Sounds like the wind's changed. It's sure sign we're nearing the ocean. Oh, nothing like a stiff drink in the afternoon with the sounds of nature in your ears. You ought to join me sometime, once you're grown, of course. Alright, we're going to spend time with Hulkenberg to raise... It is wisdom, right? I should check first. Yes, it's got the same icon.
Well met.
Will, you've come at the perfect moment. I was just thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies over my game board. An abstract game of military tactics, you see. Care to indulge me in a round? Playing a game with Hulkenberg will raise my wisdom. Seems kind of fun, doesn't it? How about playing a game?
All right.
Then let us begin. I shall give and expect no quarter. Shall we?
If so...
That's how you plan to make your advance, then... I can't make any more moves. That's the match. Why, I learned quite a bit from that match. I believe we could both benefit from continued practice. This game affords me the opportunity to visualize strategies all on my own. What if an enemy came at me from such an angle? How would I retaliate, and so forth and so forth?
I'd say...
I once felt it my duty to protect His Highness, the Prince. At that time I was but a novice, a new addition to the Royal Guard. I lacked the experience needed to properly assume the role.
That's why.
It is for that reason that I now train both my body and mind so thoroughly, as I have vowed to never let such a thing occur once again. God, what do I say? It wasn't quite as simple as the pointy end. That's impressive. You're so strong. You've endured so much pain. Just say that's impressive. I don't know what to say.
Right.
Your dedication is impressive.
No.
Perhaps, but 'twould be more accurate to say that I'm trying to attain perfection rather than implying I've already achieved it. That said, it is quite the pleasure to speak so freely with you. I find comfort in knowing that I may share my feelings with a compatriot. If we find success in this endeavor and create a country where all can truly live equally, I hope to serve as a knight captain, passing down what knowledge I can to a new generation. I will speak not just of tactics, but of all my experiences on this journey, my victories, and of course my failures too. And in so doing, I will see the Royal Guards elevated to new heights, I hope. That's a great plan. It's a great strategy.
Well,
I'm on board.
Yes.
Well, should such a starry-eyed wish come true, I shall tell them much of you, our captain. Such a position is certainly not one most could adapt to, much less succeed in, given the circumstances of our fight. And I must say, you wear the role well. It is hard to believe it's your first foray into such responsibility. Perhaps you have a natural talent for it. Though to call it talent is a disservice. Though whatever calling you have, I can only be as I am now because of you. Say you honor me. Such praise from a knight is quite an honor.
True.
It was you and Gallica that set the cogs of this journey in motion. I think there's some significance to you being the captain, in my humble opinion. You have my gratitude. After crossing proverbial swords with you, I feel that I am one step closer to realizing my dream. I felt my wisdom grow after listening to Hulkenberg's advice.
all right.
4. Oh, that's only halfway. Just a little bit past halfway. Well, they're growing.
All right.
Now then, shall we continue our discussion on tactics? There were some blunders you can avoid next time. For example, when a piece moves here, you should... Hulkenberg and I dueled on the board for a while.